Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In the previous video, we understood service types and introduced Ingress conceptually. We learned that Ingress is not a service. Ingress works on top of services. And Ingress routes traffic using rules. In this video, we'll do a hands-on demo using Docker Desktop. We'll create an Ingress, install an Ingress controller, test URL based routing and understand how cleanup works. Alright, let's get started. Let's switch to Visual Studio Code. I have already applied my deployment and service. Let's check pods. kubectl get pods. We can see 2 pods running because our deployment replica count is set to 2. Let's check service. kubectl get services. Notice the service type is ClusterIP for my first service. I did not specify any service type here. Remember this, if you don't specify a service type, Kubernetes defaults it to ClusterIP. Let's check Docker Desktop. In Docker Desktop, we can see deployments, my first deployment, pods, 2 pods in running status, services, my first service. But notice there is no Ingress yet. That's because we haven't created one. Ingress by itself is just rules. Kind Ingress and rules. Rules don't do anything unless something is running inside the cluster to read those rules and route traffic. That component is called an Ingress controller. So, if there is no controller, no routing. So, we need to install the Ingress controller. The Kubernetes community provides a standard Ingress controller implementation. We don't write this ourselves. In a moment, I'll show you the official documentation for this. For now, let's install it. Let me clear the screen. We need to run the command kubectl apply. This command applies a ready-made YAML file provided by the Kubernetes community, the deploy YAML file. We are using raw.githubusercontent.com because kubectl needs a raw YAML, not a GitHub web page. This installs the Nginx Ingress controller into our cluster. It creates several Kubernetes objects in a separate namespace called Ingress Nginx. Let's verify controller is running. kubectl get pods -n ingress-nginx. You'll notice one pod in running status. This is the controller. A couple of pods in completed state. That's expected. Those completed pods are one-time setup jobs. The important one is the Ingress Nginx controller and it's running. Let's check Docker Desktop. Now we can see the Ingress controller running inside the cluster. So now Kubernetes has the engine needed to route traffic. Let's check Ingress YAML again. This is an Ingress object. The most important part is the rules section. We are saying request to /app1 go to my first service and request to /app2 go to my first service. Ingress forwards traffic to services, not pods. Services then forward traffic to pods. So the flow is browser to Ingress, Ingress to rules, and rules to services, and services to pods. This rewrite annotation ensures Nginx receives this / internally. So we don't get a 404 not found response from Nginx when we access /app1 or /app2. Let's apply Ingress. Let me clear the screen. kubectl apply -f, pass the file name ingress.yaml. My first Ingress created. Let's verify it. kubectl get Ingress. This confirms the Ingress resource is created. Let's verify it in the Docker desktop. Ingress, my first Ingress. Now we can see an Ingress object. Ingress did not create new pods. Ingress did not create new services. It only added routing rules. Let's test this in the browser. Localhost app1. We get the Nginx default page. Now /app2. Same Nginx page. That means our Ingress routing is working. We are only testing /app1 and /app2 because those are the paths we defined. /app1 and /app2. If a path is not defined in the Ingress rules, Kubernetes returns a 404 not found, and that's expected. Let's do some cleanup operation. Let's delete the app resources. kubectl delete -f. Let's delete deployment YAML. My first deployment deleted from default namespace. kubectl delete -f. Let's do service ClusterIP.yaml. My first service deleted from default namespace. Let's delete Ingress. kubectl delete -f. The file name is Ingress YAML. My first Ingress deleted from default namespace. So our application is deleted. Let's verify it in the Docker desktop. No deployments, no pods, no services. But notice the Ingress controller is still running. Let's try deleting from Docker desktop. Let's try it again. Even though our application is completely deleted, the Ingress controller is still running. That's because it was installed separately in its own Kubernetes namespace. Docker desktop lets me delete the container, but Kubernetes immediately recreates it. So, to remove it permanently, we must delete the Kubernetes resources that installed the controller. Let's try that. So, to delete the controller completely, we must delete it the same way we installed it. So, we need to use the kubectl delete command. Namespace Ingress Nginx deleted. Now we can see the Ingress controller is gone. Let's verify the official documentation. Service. This is the service documentation. In Kubernetes, service is a method for exposing a network application that is running as one or more pods in your cluster. Each pod gets its own IP address. The set of pods targeted by a service is usually determined by a selector. This is the example. This is the Ingress documentation. What is Ingress? Ingress exposes HTTP and HTTPS routes from outside the cluster to services within the cluster. Traffic routing is controlled by rules defined on the Ingress resource. So Ingress rules, service and service to pods. Ingress controllers. In order for an Ingress to work in your cluster, there must be an Ingress controller running. Ingress controllers, third-party Ingress controllers. The Kubernetes community provides a standard Ingress controller implementation. This is the deploy YAML. Name Ingress Nginx. This is the basic usage guide for Ingress Nginx. If you'd like to explore further, you can refer these examples. And the commands. So, this is the official documentation. To quickly recap, today we learned ClusterIP is the default service type if we don't specify one. Ingress needs an Ingress controller to work, and Ingress routes traffic using rules. Services forward traffic to pods, and Ingress controllers are installed separately and are managed by Kubernetes, so deleting the container does not remove them permanently. So the final takeaway is Ingress decides where traffic goes and service decides which pod gets it. Thanks for watching. In the next video, we'll go deeper into Ingress features like the host-based routing. We'll secure our applications using TLS and HTTPS with Ingress. See you in the next one.